With due respect.
Great to have you. Thank you for all your advocacy work. But what do you mean by mobilizing? It's a very big, nebulous word. I don't understand it. What do you mean by we will still keep mobilizing?
No, we will still have a protest. What I'm saying is...
what does it mean? I want practical steps so that, because the Nigerian people are listening to you. Because when you say you mobilize, what does mobilizing mean? We want practical steps. Now that we know, okay, we don't have, it's as good as we don't have an opposition. They are busy rigmaroling and all of that. It's only the civil society and probably, some agents in the media based on our work on Section 22 in the Constitution of holding government accountable. So what is mobilizing? What are some of the actions taken? What's going to be the engagements? What's going to be the plan? What should the people be doing as we speak? How should they come together? What should they do? Should they still go out and vote? All right. When they go out and vote in an election, what should they do? What should they ask? What should they insist on? Actions. Clear actions. What are those clear actions?
Some of the yes. When I say mobilizing, the civil society is coming together. We were out there and we are having a meeting, very soon. When that meeting is done, of course, you get to know. But I want to say that, mobilizing for 2023 election was very, very stressful. And now we are going back to mobilize when you are telling them that they are not sure their votes will count. When you improve the system, it builds trust. And when you improve the system, you yourself, you should be happy about it. Nobody stays in power forever. If you cannot make the system better, if you cannot prepare the stage better than you met it, then you're a failure. We are facing a failure of a generation. The clarity that we sought was the electronic transmission, just like it's done in other climes. And I tell you, we need to believe in ourselves too. Our mobilization, some of it, the political education is that Nigerians need to learn to believe in themselves. That each of us have the power. The office of citizenship is the highest office in the land because we can decide who goes there and who will not go there. Even with all the rules that they have made, if every Nigerian can come out and make sure they vote, they are able to register. The continuous voter registration is ongoing. Now that the law is passed that you can register and also print your card, it means that some of the obstacles have been removed. And so that's why I say there are pros and cons. So when we are talking of in the political education, in 2023, it was civil society that were doing political education. Parties are supposed to conduct political education for their members. They are not doing it. They only go out when it's election. They go on campaigns. There is a difference between that. INEC was supposed to conduct, civic education in 2023. They never did up to the time we're going into the election. Where are your IC materials? Because you are the ones giving us what to do. We continued, and they told me that the thing was still under construction. And the INEC itself, nobody has asked for the audited account. Nigerians who are going to face the audited account for the 2023 general election, we want the audited account. People need to be held responsible. We are holding ourselves accountable. Like I said, yes, we are going to mobilize, but it's a very difficult task that you are giving the civil society. Only 8 million people voted to elect a president. And so the presidential count, what brought Tinubu to power is 8 million people. When we have more than 100 million who are qualified that are supposed to vote or be voted for. And so what we are looking at here is we are into planning. When I say we are into mobilizing, we will still go to the National Assembly to let them know so that we can tell them, yes, you have done well here, but you didn't do well here, and we are watching you. And we will tell the judiciary, we will focus seriously on what the judiciary is doing. You can go to court, should not be with a trillion or whatever amount, almost $1 trillion, naira budget that the ANEC has given. Don't tell us to go to court because the court is not the one that should decide the election. More elections and pronouncement will be here. The FCT election is coming tomorrow. Is that why you made the pronouncement to see that you are so rooted on ground? Even when people are rooted, they can still be defeated. The German umpire is a card-carrying member of a political party, but he is the umpire of Germany, and he says there is no mix between the two. One is a professional job, the other one is a citizen's responsibility. And so when do we develop our citizenship? How can Nigerians, so this election will be mad if Nigerians don't come out. Don't leave it to the civil society. We observe. We are going to observe the election tomorrow, and we will be telling. We won't give, because we don't want to give up hope. If we give up hope, everybody will lie down. But Nigerians are at an existential period. They are in a survival mode. When you have more than 139 million Nigerians living below the poverty line, you weaponize poverty and you take some money and you are offering them to vote for you. Nigerians, stand up right for yourselves. Stand up right for Nigeria. We need to continue to work. We will continue to struggle. The struggle continues. And I want to commend the media for the wonderful work they have been doing. And you think social media, we are just talking nonsense. We are going into the sun, to stay in the sun for nothing. We are talking to you at my age. I'm still standing there to tell some people to do what is right when they are adults. What's the responsibility of an adult?
It's elections that you refer to tomorrow. Yes. That will be the first litmus test, because it will now have to be conducted under the Electoral Act 2026, happening just a few days after that bill became law. What are your worst fears that tomorrow? Because the law will have to be tested. It's when the law is tested that we see the outcomes. Do you think that the networks in Abuja will just fail tomorrow, or they will change the code, or what do you imagine will happen?
I think when we are talking about, the network, I don't want to even go there, because the network is not an issue. They know what they are doing. They know the network is not the issue. Because the card, before the beavers authenticates you, it accredits and bring you on board, and you say that same beavers cannot transmit. And we are saying the beavers, the configuration, it can upload right there and then, and everybody can see it. Don't tell us about glitches and what have you. Now, you made a law that is not up to maybe 72 hours, and people are going to implement that law. I think the lawyers will have to sort that out, because I'm not a lawyer. But how do you, after all the trainings have been done, how do they adapt? And one beautiful thing, we went to the new FCT chair, the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, because I'm still a member of the steering committee. We went to pay a visit to the chairman, and we saw the staff. We congratulated them for what they did in 2023. Because to have someone so powerful to have lost an election in Abuja itself, and what the law actually says is that you have to, is a must for you to win 24, and also, and the FCT. The Supreme Court said, they went into interpretation with water in their mouth. We salute them, and we hope, we are watching the new chairman, and we hope that he will be able to do the needful. We also say well done to Nigerians who are going out there. Stand upright and be a Nigerian that your grandfather and your ancestors will be proud of, not the one that you do something you know you are wrong and you are doing it. That's somebody that the spirit of your ancestors will be watching you from there and said, where did I get this one from?
Well, on that note, we would like to thank you very much.